Welcome back to the Golf Party Live podcast, the podcast that brings fun, confidence, and a whole lot of fun to your golf game. I am your host, Donna Taylor, as your golf coach, community builder, and founder of Golf Party Live. It is one of my greatest accomplishments.
It's a good accomplishment.
Right?
I'm not going to deny that one. And I'm Brittany Boo, your co-host, expert beginner, resident Bev Cart reporter, and unofficial, but kind of official, but unofficial hype woman of Golf Party Live. I love cheering everybody on.
Right? I know. That's like your way. So this episode today is about men. All the ways men push, inspire, annoy, or accidentally launch women into golf. So if you've ever had a man try to teach you golf and suddenly there's 3 minutes into the dissertation on shoulder planes, knee flex, wrist angles, and you're like, sir, I just met you.
Right?
Yeah. Back off.
Please hold.
Right. Well, today we're diving into all ways men influence women entering the game of golf, the sweet, the funny, and the slightly painful. Mm-hmm. All right. And if this sounds a little different today, that's because it is. I know. So exciting. So we're officially moved into our brand new studio space, and it is the Taylor's 19th hole. We are literally sitting at a poker table with our custom neon sign shining behind us that says the Taylor's 19th hole. And it overlooks the third fairway at Seville Golf Country Club. Our dogs are in the house. We have 3 of them. We have Tatum, we have Zoe, and we have Champ, who was found through one of my golf students, Donna Marie Burris. And this is honestly the perfect scenery and the vibe for the show.
It's so perfect.
Yes.
Like I think it's something that just being in a white walled studio is, it was great to people watch every now and again that people would come by. But I mean, we still can people watch. We get to see people driving down off the third tee box towards their first drive on the fairway.
It's ridiculous.
And it's just great. And you got the beautiful mountains back here to be able to like, oh,
yep. We have a full bar.
Yes,
it's just really fun. And we just kind of are going to get in the golf cart and we're going to go to the bar up at Seville afterwards because it's Tracy Castor's birthday today.
I'll make it just because I do have something to come after this. I think that is going to be my takeaway. And it's going to be super fun.
Well, the interesting thing is I'm sure people are out there like, why are you moving studios? Why are you moving into your home? We were at Pod Populi for 2 years and we made the move because we really wanted a recording space that truly matches who we are.
Agreed.
And our brand, who we are fun, we are community driven, and we are rooted in honesty, integrity, and treating people with respect.
100%.
And, that's a lot of what golf is, and that's what we are. And so let me tell you, this room feels like home and it aligns with who we are.
Well,
so that's why we're here. It is.
It is your home.
It
should feel like home.
Yeah. And I love to open it up. So our guests will be coming into our home and it's going to be great.
It is.
So today we're really excited to be talking about men. Okay, we're talking about men
yes.
Who got us into this beautiful sport, sometimes on purpose, sometimes by accident. There's so many different stories out there. It's crazy. So it's going to be a very fun episode. And almost every woman has a man story behind her golf. Like I wouldn't say every, but I would say it's almost in the 90 percentile.
It's got to be pretty high.
It is so high.
Agreed.
It could be changing.
I mean, if you think about your women, almost every single time they come up to you and they're just like, I want to do this because I want to meet a man and stuff. I mean, we had your Golf Party Live play date here and they're like, oh my God, tell me your story about how you and your guy met and stuff. And is he here and everything? And it's super fun to be able to have those things. But I could see where every now and again, maybe it doesn't involve a man.
Yeah. It could be a mom. For example, if my kids, they do not play golf, they did not want to, which I would never push golf on anyone. But if they were going to play golf, then their mom would have gotten them into golf. However, my dad could have gotten them into golf as well.
Yeah,
so he is an influence. So even if it was directly me, it was indirectly, it would have been him. So, I want you guys to know that, just from what I hear, most women don't wake up one day and then suddenly they're like, I must hit this tiny ball 5,000 yards on a golf course. Like there's almost always a man involved. Like we're talking about, a boyfriend, a husband, a dad, a brother, someone at work, or even just like some cute guy at the driving range, you know? Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of ladies that, you know, they went there with a friend and then they see some cute guy and they're like, this isn't like a bad situation. I remember Amy Miller saying once, she's not single, but she's like, if any single, she was looking at it, like if any single woman wanted to meet a guy, this is the place.
I mean, there was that one time I ran into you guys at Thompson Ranch because I totally forgot you were teaching. And it was, I had gone on this like pub crawl thing and met somebody while we were pub crawling just as friends and everything. And we made a bet on a football game, and whoever lost paid for a range session at Dobson Ranch. And all of a sudden I'm sitting there and I look over and I'm like, holy crap, I totally forgot my dad and Donna are here today. And I'm out there. It wasn't a date. It was just with a friend. It, like, could it have turned into a potential date down the road? Yeah, probably could have, but it didn't. But
oh my God, that was so awkward.
It was so awkward.
It was hilarious.
Very awkward.
Yeah, it's just, and you know, both of us started through our dads, which we're going to kind of get into a little bit later. But I do want to give a stat that 80% of women start golf because a man introduced them. Okay. And I think if you add on that there is a male influence, my guess, again, is it's going to be 95%.
I think just if we're going to go and be those sexist statistic people, like, men in general are more into sports than women, just in general.
Yeah, I
Not
agree.
all of them, but like you and I are very into sports. Like, we'll watch other sports. Like, I'm one that I love watching college football, baseball. I'll watch basketball during the playoffs. So, and so I could see why it's a very masculine thing with sports, but so I could see why the influence does come from a man in general.
Yep. And it's a male dominated sport anyway. So my personal story, we do have a lot of new listeners that maybe have not gone back into our 100+ episode library. But I did get into the game of golf through my dad at the age of 7. And I was chomping at the bit to play earlier. And back in the day, he would not start any juniors before the age of 7. My birthday's in June, and our junior golf whole program starts in June, and the boys go first and then the girls go in the 3rd week in June. And my birthday is the 3rd week in June. So I started the earliest that I could, and I was so excited
Could you imagine
to
if
play.
he made you wait?
I know, right? I would have been so pissed. Yeah, he did not. He was so excited for me. So I got into golf because of him. And now my entire life is like just all golf in all ways, just every avenue, even now where I live. Everywhere you turn in this house, you see golf flags, you do see a golf cart, you see a golf course. Like it's kind of ridiculous.
Pictures from the golf course.
Something. We need some help to diversify this house, because it's just like golf, like threw up in this house, but in the best of way, if throw up can be good. But just everything I know is because of my dad, and our relationship is so solid because of golf. So he definitely was instrumental in bringing golf to me, making my life magical. And because of that, has just spread it to all these women who we are now talking to and teaching golf to. And it's really beautiful how that male influence, because this is not necessarily bad. We're going to joke about some things with men, but really it's all like a positive thing. So we really appreciate the men out there that have introduced the game to females. Thank you very much. We just want to do it in the right way.
Yes.
Okay. So now we're going to get into the 4 main categories of male influence.
All right.
And we're going to start, and we did one like this about something with guys. And I just remember there was some really sassy things.
Oh yeah. That was the one that I did. It was the, why men are more into women who play golf.
Yeah. We've done some really fun things.
Oh, that was fun doing that little, doing my little research.
Yes. So this one is the best one, in my opinion, is the supportive boyfriend or husband. So this is like the MVP of this episode. So these guys are the supportive guy who says, babe, you should take lessons with Donna. You know, that man is my hero, you know, like, and I'm not just saying me, take some lessons with whoever. Like, I'm super busy. There are people who are like, I'm so sorry, I'm not taking lessons with you. If you want one-on-one lessons, it's just not my jam. Like, I do what I do, and I'm super busy, and I'm trying to teach less. So you're not going to hurt my feelings. I do think that I do what I do in a very niche-y unique way. And I do think I'm wonderful to help introduce golf to people, but hey, if you want to learn from someone else, I just want you to get lessons. Like that's an important thing. I just want that disclaimer. But yes, I just really love, the male influence that says, I'm not teaching her. I want to stay in this relationship. Yes. Or I don't know how to teach golf. Cause even if you're a good golfer, I was a really good golfer playing D1 college golf. And my dad said, I'm going to teach you how to teach. And I'm thinking, how much do I really need to know? Like, I know how to play this game really well. It is a whole different animal on how to instruct, especially when you see jacked up swings. Like if it's a beginner, I mean, it's sometimes just like, where do you start with this? And you get really good at helping people who are brand new. So really important. I like that guy, that supportive boyfriend or husband or guy that really is just always there to help the woman thrive, not survive.
Well, that too.
Because he stays in his own lane.
Yep. He's
He's buying her clubs. He signs her up for lessons. He wants her to be confident and have fun. He gets the point not to teach himself. Okay.
I think that is good because there are certain things that you can educate people on, but unless you're an expert, that's really what you need. And I don't think it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Because let's face it, a lot of women in general will be, not just women, everybody in general, starting out in the sport, it is frustrating at the beginning.
Yeah.
Because you just instantaneously want to be so good at hitting and striking that ball. And it won't happen like that. Even still, after you play for however long, it may still be a little bit different. So I would say leave that out of that, because then just go and enjoy the rounds together.
It's very important to just show yourself grace and just know this is a hard game to learn, but that's why you have to have fun. Because if you have fun, then you're going to be on a good ride. Okay. So the second type of guy, male, would be let me fix your swing guy. Okay. Those guys.
No, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. So, the one 5 minutes into your first range session, he's giving you like the TED talk on the swing mechanics, like he's the pro. I don't know. It's just so ridiculous. It's tough. I don't like it. So
and it's tough to say no without sounding like a complete bitch. But
I know.
You don't want to be coached or taught by somebody. You don't want to sound like a complete bitch, know-it-all or anything like that. But women in general, if they assert themselves in a certain way and are very blunt and to the point, that's automatically how you're labeled. But if it was a man that did it, none of that would be considered.
I know.
So it's just so hard to be in that particular situation.
It's crazy. It's very interesting. So I just, I really want you guys to know those types of guys are out there. I'm sure they mean well, but it very much overwhelms. They give you like 17 swing thoughts and they just jack your swing. Honestly, it's like the worst thing. They're trying to coach you mid-round. Not good. Women, they kind of shut down. But you can shut them down and just let them know that you're really only taking advice from your coach. That's a really easy way to do it. Okay, so that's a good one. The next one is definitely that just is really like the emotional connection for me. The dad's girl, grandpas, and the brothers. This one really hits home with me just because you guys know that my dad is my world. He's taught me, he's believed in me. He's shaped, my entire path, like in life. There's nothing more special than that girl dad in golf. Nothing. And I do want to report that my dad, we're sitting here, like Boo said, mid-November. She's looking at me like, what?
I know. Back in time.
Right? Mid-November. And my dad is doing well. He has really had a lot of setbacks with infection. He's doing good. Then he gets an infection. He gets pneumonia. He goes back in the hospital. It's really hard to be 83 and be having these setbacks. I talked to him today, told him we were podcasting. He loved it. I showed him our new studio through the phone, and he's just like so excited. He's telling people in this rehab hospital that he's a celebrity on Golf Party Live's podcast. He's been on 12 episodes, and it's really cool how this podcast has absolutely lit him up.
I love it.
Yeah, it's lit him up. It's given him so much. And even though he hasn't been on for a while, he has been a part of it because I will ask him questions. I told him we were doing this male influence with golf, and he's like, "Ooh, that's a good one. I like that."
I can hear his voice.
I know. He's just the best. So he is doing better. I hope he gets home by Thanksgiving. That is really the goal. But there's just a lot of magic that happens with that father-daughter. For me, the father-daughter has been magical from literally since I was 7 years old. Mm-hmm. But one thing that comes to mind is through his junior golf program, he had a parent junior that would happen at the end of the season.
How fun.
9 holes. And, he has 2 daughters. So who's he going to play with? And I totally get how he was always scrambling because people say to me, why aren't you playing in your Friendsgiving? Or why aren't you playing in your holiday golf party? Yeah, it's so hard, but he would still do it. He would find a way to do it. And he was always scrambling, but my sister and I had to alternate every year. And so, one year I got my Uncle Rick, who he's super fun. And then I'd get my dad, and then I'd get my grandfather, my mom's dad. And just, they weren't like who you really wanted, but you appreciated that you had a partner.
Yeah.
And one year, I don't even know if we played with my mom. I don't think we did because I think she started golf too late, but those things are really great. Boo, do you have any stories about playing with your dad? Didn't you guys play in something? If you haven't, you have to do something.
I'm trying to think. I don't think we have, other than Bambo's tournament when it's been the 4 of us. I really don't think we've ever really done anything together like that. It would be fun to do though. I would totally do it.
Yeah.
Because we go out and play just the 2 of us. We've done that so many times. So yeah, I'd be totally down to do that. But I think mine was like, my dad has always been the first real influence in golf for me too, just because of the fact that ever since I could remember, in his free time, he wanted to play golf. He'd be watching golf on TV. He would be practicing putting and stuff. Donna knows exactly what I'm talking about. That he has 2 golf balls in his hand, kind of just like juggling them around. And then the putter in the other hand, he always has to fidget with something. As soon as the commercial comes on, pops them down and starts putting and stuff. And like, oh, they're talking about doing this technique and let's try let's practice that. Try it out. Golf was just always such a big thing for him for forever. And then him and my brother would play. My brother was on the high school golf team. I did yearbook for 1 semester in high school, and it was my brother's senior year. So I did the golf page.
Nice.
So I made sure that he was like a main feature, and it was him throwing a golf club in Hinder because, that's my brother. And then didn't really.
That's hilarious.
He has a temper. That's just what he does. So it was him throwing a golf club, and I think my verbiage was.
You didn't have to put that in there. That's what's hilarious.
No, I didn't, but I totally did. And I think the verbiage on it was Ryan Taylor showing his passion for the game. It was hilarious when I did it. But I literally only did it for a semester, but I made it a point. I want that page, not the cheerleading page that I would be on. I wanted his golf page. It was so funny.
Boo is a shyster, man. She really will stick it to you in a fun way.
Yeah,
that's why we love her.
It was good to have that. And then, dad marries you, and then you start teaching me. I did date somebody who was a golfer that didn't really, it wasn't like I played 1 round with him and that's about it. But him and my dad really did a lot of golf together too. But now it's dating somebody now who plays golf and hit with his kids and getting them involved. And that's super fun.
It's really important. And it builds so many memories that I really urge anyone listening out there to get the guys to play with their daughters. Mm-hmm. It's huge.
I see John and Mila, and it's adorable.
It's
so adorable to witness.
It's priceless for sure. Okay. So the last group that we have, and this is the most significant in my Golf Party Live golf lessons that I teach in my community, is I join golf to meet a guy or get away from one. Mm-hmm. Okay. What's really interesting is I would say over half of my new golf students take golf lessons to meet a guy. And last night I started a new series and I said, is there anybody that's single? Nobody raised their hand.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I was like, wow, this is incredible. Like this has never happened. But I would say half usually are. I do have a little joke where I tell the single ladies out there. So if you are single and you're listening to this podcast, you want to meet a guy, a really good way to meet one is to, you go to the range, you purchase a little token for range balls, you put it in there and you forget to put your bucket underneath the dispenser.
Oh my God.
The range balls go everywhere and you go, oh my gosh. And then all these guys come running up and they help you pick those range balls up and put them in there. Like I've known, I give this tip all the time and I have made so many connections
funny.
For ladies. Yeah. So that is a really good way that if you want to meet a guy,
damsel in distress.
That's it. That's it. So, I do have a lot of ladies that tell me that they want to meet a guy because golf brings a lot of integrity, honesty. We were talking about that before. That's why we are now on our own in our own studio here at the Taylor's 19th hole. So it is a really great way. People are typically active. You know, it takes a little bit of money to play golf. So it's good.
How do you overcome? I think we discussed this on multiple different episodes that golf is the game of life, literally ups and downs. How do you handle it when you're doing well? How do you handle adversity to overcome bad shots, the integrity aspects, the fun aspects? It's 4 hours in a round. So, I mean, how do you handle that? The whole time frame situation of being with strangers or somebody you're just getting to know. Do you sync with the same music? What do you drink?
Right. And what do you even wear?
Yeah, exactly.
Right. I mean, there's so many like cool things to wear or nerdy things to wear.
Oh, the couples that like match and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, that cracks me up too. Like I could get like to a certain extent, but there's times where it's like, they only will always match. And it's so funny, but yeah, no. And I totally sympathize with the women about wanting to get away from a man.
Right.
That was my first marriage.
Right. Yeah.
That was my escape.
And there are ladies like that. Typically that's the ladies who have been married for 40 years, or they're just in like a crap relationship where they just need to get away.
Married for 5. Right. Hey, to be fair, I was with him for quite a long time before that.
It doesn't count.
Yeah, 10 years.
Right. Oh boy. But that's typically what happens is they either want to find a guy, get rid of a guy. They want to make more friends. I mean, just so many things, but a lot of it is a guy influence. So even though I didn't have any single ladies last night, all of them were married and they had good golfers. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. They need to meet other ladies because if you have a guy who is a really good golfer, it's very hard to integrate as a beginner player with that advanced golfer. And I'm not saying like never, I'm just saying on a daily basis. Like if you would want to play with your girlfriends, kind of get better, have some fun. And then maybe once a week you play with a better, your spouse who's a better player.
Yeah.
Like
even if they are a better player, as long as they have, this is again, the game of life. And you really, I think even if you've been married for a long time and then you take this up, now you're going to learn something even more new about your partner. Like, how supportive are they with this, with the bad shots and getting through a round when you are brand new? That's a fun little, it could go really well or it could go really bad, but I think having that appreciation of trying it, it's great. There is a statistic out there. I actually just saw this the other day. I think I posted on my stories and it said, women who are golfers make a 78% better wife, because of the things that are involved with the sport. Not only that, it's a commonality thing of bonding. This is a lifelong sport too. It's not like football or basketball or tennis even, that if you start like, it's too much of just like the agility of your body and what you're doing to it as you get older. This isn't as hard on your body. It still can be difficult, but to your point is what, like, it's just something that it's a good thing to be able to play the rest of your life. And then if you have people that are married, wanting to meet new friends and stuff, you go on golf trips together and like, look at you, Glenn, Lori, and my dad, like you guys always go on golf trips. Me and John try and plan trips around a golf course. Like it's great.
It's so fun. It's the very best. Okay, Boo, we're going to take a break. And when we come back, we're talking about the real reason that women stay in golf. Ladies, this is the event of the year. Our ladies golf extravaganza, AKA The Extra, is coming to Augusta Ranch Golf Club in Mesa, Arizona, March 26th through the 28th. 3 days of social golf, laughs, and community vibes you won't find anywhere else. The weather, stunning, the course, immaculate, and we've got room blocks ready for all of our out-of-town guests. So round up your besties and make it a fun golf getaway. Spots are limited, so don't wait. Hit the link in bio and secure your spot at the Extra today. Hey golfers, if you are looking for a golf course that feels like home, come play Ocotillo Golf Club in Chandler, a true desert oasis and one of my all-time favorites. I've been playing here for over 20 years, and they've always been incredibly supportive of ladies golf and our growing community. The golf course is beautiful. The atmosphere is welcoming, and every round just feels special. And after your game, head over to Tio's Kitchen and Patio. It's right on the property, overlooking the course with a gorgeous outdoor patio, 10 TVs, and scratch-made American favorites that are absolutely delicious. That's Ocotillo Golf Club, where great golf and great friendships meet. It's official. Golf Party Live's 2026 schedule is here. We're talking our biggest year yet, the Ladies Golf Extravaganza this spring, plus 3 unforgettable golf retreats, Coronado Island, Nashville, and Tahoe. Mark your calendars, ladies. And for all the juicy details, listen at the end of this show. Okay, we are back from our break, and we are talking the real reason women stay in golf. Guys get us in and we stay in. Why? The truth is, yes, men bring us into golf, but women, we keep each other in through our friendships, through the group lessons, through retreats, the play dates. That's really what make women fall in love with golf. Brittany Boo was talking about the outfits, our play dates. We have ladies doing cartwheels. We have birdie shots.
Oh my God, you had a cartwheel contest at one point in time.
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
We've had a lot of
We
stuff.
need to do that again because the men cartwheels were the best.
Yeah. I mean, you're not entering golf for just golf alone. So there's so much more to that. I see all sorts of things going on, just with, group things that even that you do, like you with your groups, you have things that you plan and you'll go play with other women, your OG group, right?
The OGG group. Yeah. We're talking about it. I'm trying to there's a few that have signed up for, again, we're recording this a few weeks before Thanksgiving. A few of them have signed up for your Friendsgiving event. But we're thinking about going golfing the day after that. And just getting a little round in together, but not everybody can make it. Life is crazy. We get it. It's hectic. It happens. But yeah, you meet some of the greatest people. And then I'll talk about in my takeaway, like another fun thing that I'm doing with a group of ladies too. So it's going to be great.
And I think that a lot of people, this is kind of what I see, is that a lot of people move here from other places.
Yes.
Okay.
There's so many things on social media about, I just moved here. What should I do? How should I? And I was just instantly golf party life.
And I know you moved briefly, Boo, but you were really young. So growing up in the San Francisco Bay Area, that's where I'm from. I moved on my 30th birthday. I'm now 54. So I've lived here forever, but living in the Bay Area, you really I don't meet someone. If I meet Brittany Boo, I wouldn't say, hi, I'm Donna. Where are you from? Like, you don't say that there. Like everyone's from there. Going to Arizona, that is a number one question you ask people. Where are you from?
Not very transplants. Often do you hear about natives anymore.
Right.
That's what they call them, natives.
Yeah.
Like not very often do you hear.
And your dad, he'll say, oh, I'm from New Jersey. I'm like, you were 2 weeks old when you moved. That doesn't count, just because you were born there and moved over.
Yeah. I mean, I consider part of my childhood, majority of it was here, part of it in Texas, and I still say I grew up part of my childhood in Texas, but primarily a lot of it was here. So, I graduated here. I started kindergarten here.
Yeah. And that's an easy avenue to meet people. Like when people move later in life, like when you move to Oklahoma, you have to meet people, and it's harder.
And I only knew people from work.
Right. Exactly. Which
my ex's work.
Yeah. And I don't know, the baking industry, those people, aside from Saeed, they tend to be miserable.
Yeah.
Or Alicia. No. Alicia's not, but I'm talking about tellers and like working in the branch.
Well, that's what I was doing when I was living there. Yeah. I was retail.
My point in case, Boo.
Retail. I met some amazing people though through that. Like my old boss, her and I talk all the time and we're pretty close. So,
well, I just think it's a great avenue for people to meet others. And I have one gal, her name is Allison. She lives in Queen Creek here locally. And I don't think you've met her. She does yoga. She's really cool. She moved here from, I believe, somewhere back east. And she said that she's lived here for a few years, has not met anybody until Golf Party Live. So I'd love to take that credit, but it's pretty much golf. Maybe a little bit of credit, just with our cool community, but my vibe brings in the same people, you know,
It's
the
also-
same vibe.
yeah, it's a different day and age of meeting people. So different.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Very hard.
Very hard with social media.
But she said she never felt connected until this group. And that's really what is incredible.
That's awesome.
That I feel like golf brings people together, like just through that. Okay. So, Boo, we're going to get into some stories from our Golf Party Live community. We've had a lot. But I do want to say, like, these are some things people have told me. Okay. That has to do with a guy. My ex taught me and now I'm better than him.
That's awesome.
Right? I mean, that you don't hear that very often, but
No.
I think that that's hilarious. I think this is funny. One lady, she plays a really old putter that honestly, she needs to get a new putter. Okay. But it was her boyfriend and they broke up and she stole it from him. And she's like, I'm never like giving this putter up. Yeah.
Oh my God. That's hilarious.
It is super funny.
I would want a new one.
And this lady is, you know, in her 50s and this has been going on for a while. So, I mean, honestly, when
My question is, how is her putting?
I think it's decent, but it'd be better if she had a better putter.
Well,
but
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's bad juju just sticking on your putting game.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Then there was another, I don't know if you remember this story, that I had a golf student Jen, she was going out on a date and this guy told her, and she was a very new golfer. Like I'm talking, she's been playing golf for 2 months. She's not even 5 feet tall. You know, she doesn't know what she's doing. Nobody does when they're new. Nobody does. And so she said, yeah, you know, like the second month, I went out on this golf date with this guy and he told me, if you can't hit the ball 150 yards, I will not go out with you. And I looked at her, I said, guess what our goal is? And now she is hitting the ball.
She hits it really well.
Yes,
I know
she
exactly
does.
what you're talking about. I see
Yep.
all the stuff that she posts, the people that she plays with. She is living her best life too.
I know.
I agree.
And I'm so proud of her because you know what? That crappy comment could really have shattered her. And I want our ladies to hear out there that this guy, I do not know him. I never saw him. I just heard the comment. But there are a lot of cranky guys out there who maybe have been wronged by a woman or, you know, you don't know their situation. And they're very happy that the golf course is male dominated. And when golf courses are flooded by females and they're not happy about it, they can be kind of cranky and turn it on you. So it's not necessarily your fault. I would just really shake it off that, you know, these guys probably have a bigger story behind them. So I also have seen girl golf dads cry watching their daughter like play amazing. Aww. I mean, that's pretty incredible to watch.
We're recording this, and the episode that dropped this week was families who play together stay together.
Yeah.
And and Ray was getting all teary-eyed talking about him and Isla, and that was just really sweet.
It's really cool.
It's
stuff.
really cute.
So there's a really big bond with dads and daughters. Okay, so we're going to get into some instructor tips. That's where I kind of come in, but Boo definitely will have some input. So if a guy wants to actually support a woman learning golf, here's what I really want you to hear. Do not coach her.
Nope.
Okay, and even... you know, it's important to know that, you know, my dad really schooled me a lot on obviously learning golf. He was my coach, and there would be people who would approach me and try and give me tips. And I always would just say, I've got a golf coach. My dad is my golf coach. That you just really want to make sure that you only take instruction from one person, and it could be whoever. That's why if people leave me and they go to someone else, you go to that person and you just listen to that person. But I don't really want to be in the middle of it. It's not healthy for the student. No. So you want one golf coach and one only. You really, as a guy, want to encourage her. We all know that we are going to hit bad shots and we're going to hit good shots. And when we hit bad shots, I see those guys who are really rude. Right. I mean, I've
witnessed it.
Yeah.
I've witnessed it. And it's a couple that I've seen play together. And it was literally, we barely got to warm up. We're off the first tee box and it's immediately just kind of bickering at them. And it made me sad, kind of. And I'm
right. And criticizing.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, like this person's pretty decent. Like the girl and the guy is really good. So like, I see where he wants her to be better. time and a place though. Like that's the one thing. It's if I don't know, educate me. Don't talk down to me.
Right.
There's a difference between educating and being like criticizing and critical and just downright speaking down to somebody in a condescending way.
And I really want any lady who has this problem that a great thing to say is, do you think that I'm trying to hit a bad shot?
That's true.
Right. Am I trying to hit a bad shot? So
anybody who takes up this game has like some sort of competitive ability in their mindset.
Yeah.
So you never want to, who wants to ever do bad and fail?
Right. So you would just want to say, honestly, for the guys listening out there, or maybe a girl that needs to relay some tips to their guy who isn't so kind, is to just say, you got this. You can do this. Yeah. You know, you are good.
Try this again. Yeah. I know you can hit a better one than that.
And if you want to give a tip, my guess is to say, relax, or just try and slow it down. Okay. That is a very good universal tip that will help anybody. And there aren't that many people who don't need that tip. So something like that, something encouraging is really amazing. You really want to make sure you let her learn from a pro. And to really, Brittany Boo's so good at this. This is like one of her best things is to celebrate the small wins.
Oh, you have to in this
right?
game.
Yeah. The small wins.
Absolutely have to. I mean, me and my dad, we're brutal to each other on the golf course, but like when there's good shots, there's good shots. And we will also make a statement about those things too. Like as much as like we even said it when we were playing golf not that long ago together, it was our love language is banter.
I know. It's crazy.
So bad. So it's just like, yeah, we'll make fun of each other for those bad misses, kind of just to help laugh it off. But at the same time, when there's good shots, we will celebrate those and be kind to each other about that.
Yeah. I think that's extremely important and I like it, Boo. And then we also want to let her play from the right tees. Okay. So the right tees mean the forward tees. And sometimes, I mean, it's really interesting what golf has become because they used to, back in my day, they had red, white, and blue tees. That's it. Now they have a ton of different tee boxes and they actually have some even forward of most forward.
Yeah. So, Sevies and stuff.
Yeah.
For senior.
Right. Like it's even more. I mean, they are super short, which I mean, it's not really something to say you aren't good, play up here. It's like, you are just starting out. Like you need to start where you're, where you're comfortable, where you're enjoying your round. And it's not really about ego. It's about you playing the right tees. So, you know, just really important that you play the tees that are right for you and not where somebody else is playing or where you think you should play. Like, where are you having fun? Like, that's the biggest thing.
Agreed.
And then maybe you buy snacks for that person.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boo is really good at bringing snacks.
Oh yeah. That was the very first lesson we learned at your very first play date at Lone Tree. Pack snacks because it was hot. They didn't have a cart girl out that day. And it was myself, Holly, Michelle Campbell, and Sarah. And we all were playing together. Yeah.
I know. I still don't pack snacks. And I've been playing this game for 47 years.
That might be, everybody complains why my bag is so heavy. I always have extra balls. I have extra snacks. I have liquid IVs, like
alcohol.
I sometimes do, not always, but the majority of the time, yes. Not always.
Don't try and BS a BS.
No, I'm not BS. I've gotten a lot better now that I work at a club. Like I've gotten a lot better about not bringing my booze. Yeah. But I still, every now and again, there's shooters and stuff in there every now and again.
Well, people love who bring snacks. And what's really interesting,
Nobody likes a hangry person.
Right. Well, what's very interesting is living in this house that we've lived in since June. I know I speak a lot about it, but it literally is something that I never thought would happen in my life, that I would be living on a golf course. My dad lived at Greenhorn Creek for 15 years. And I just would wake up in the morning, look out on the golf course, look at the mountains. And I'm like, this is like the best life I could ever see. So to be here, it's incredible. But what's very ironic is to the west, my neighbor to the west is Dee Dee Calkins.
I saw her driving up today. She was standing outside. I don't think she saw me, but I was like waving.
Okay. Well, the significance of Dee Dee Calkins, because we're talking snacks, is that I was a member here at Seville in 2008 and 2009 in my previous life. And I played in team play, which is something that clubs do. And actually public courses do as well, where you go and you get to play other teams, other ladies teams, and you pair like your 1 and 2 player against another club's 1 and 2. So I played 1, Dee Dee played 2, and we rode in the cart together, and she was absolutely incredible. Like
I can only imagine.
She packed snacks. She would keep score. She would drive the golf cart. All I had to do was give her yardage. And she was like so encouraging. And when I came to look at this house, I knew she lived close to here. And I asked Debbie Sapp, who sold us the house, like, is Dee Dee next door? She goes, yeah. And so we just do that little talk in between the fence, and we had her come over. She's just really a cool person.
She's fun.
Yeah. So she definitely would bring snacks. And this is why I'm bringing it up, because people will always remember that. Food is very helpful.
Well, yeah, because I know I have a lot of people in my life that they say, I'm hungry. I literally look at my watch and I go, T-minus 30 minutes until they turn into a different creature. And you are one of those. In my life.
For sure. I get it from my dad.
John, Alicia, like me and my dad, I feel like we could go for forever without eating and just be like, it's fine. We'll get you food. What do you need?
I definitely need to eat. So, which is where we're going to go shortly.
Yes.
We're going to go up to Seville. So that leads me into our takeaway, and I'm going to start at Boo.
Go.
Okay. So, again, this is kind of the same topic, is that I'm very grateful to like have space where we can podcast in a very comfortable way. So we used to drive quite a bit. I know you still have to drive over, but we're here and it's just beautiful. We're getting it all dialed in, and it's a different vibe.
It really is.
Right?
I mean, it will be something to get used to, but it's going to be very easy to get used to.
Like, I know. Like the dogs are laying all over us.
I have Tatum, my sweet potato, just below my feet, Champers off to the side, and the Zozas behind me.
Yeah.
Like, I just love it. We have all these dogs right around us. It's so good.
Yeah. And it just, we just have to
if I get really thirsty, I can walk 5 feet behind me to the full stock bar and grab something.
Right? Exactly. So I'm very grateful for being able to kind of move over to here and to just have the space to look out and just see a beautiful backdrop, and to, I don't know, just have connections to get it done. Really appreciate that, and be able to just pick up where we left off and to continue pretty much the next stage of our podcast. Boo. We're going to be entering 2026, and that's why it's a big deal. Yeah. It is a big deal. And we really appreciate the people that are referring it and tuning in, because
love it.
It's going to be great.
The people that I knew at my course that they listened to it pretty religiously. They were playing with a few other people, and they were like, oh yeah. And they come up to me and they're like, oh, so-and-so was telling me that you have a golf podcast. So it's very sweet that the word of mouth is kind of getting around at Alta, and people are starting to listen. So it's very sweet.
Yep. So that is my takeaway. Very grateful to be podcasting at the Taylor's 19th
That's very great. I do. That's a good takeaway, because I could piggyback off of that. So true. My takeaway is, this is kind of something to do with like an influence in your life and stuff. This is something that I remember my mom doing this. She always had a bunco group that she was part of. Even my dad and her did bunco. The neighborhood that I grew up in when I graduated high school, the last house they lived in together, they had a co-ed neighborhood bunco group, and it would get rowdy and crazy. And for those of you that don't know bunco, it is the easiest little dice game.
It is.
All you do is just roll dice. There's no strategy, no rhyme or reason to it. It's just super fun. Look it up. I won't go into the details of it, but you basically do a buy-in. You can theme them if you want. One person hosts it a month, and you kind of rotate through the people and at their houses and stuff, and providing drinks and food and just having a good time, and everybody kind of socializing. Look at it like your 19th hole play dates is kind of what it is, but you're also playing a little bit of fun game with it as well. Everybody has a buy-in, you can win money and stuff. So it's super fun. Well, a couple of your golf girls, it's Lynette and Shelly, were talking, and they wanted to create one, which Shelly's been on the podcast. And it was just super fun. She was like, we're thinking about getting a whole bunch of ladies together and doing a ladies bunco group. And I was like, I am so in, because I used to be a sub for my mom's ladies bunco group at the airlines and then her tennis gals. And I would be there all the time.
Do you have to bring a prize?
So we're having a meeting today after this, after we're done podcasting and we go up to the clubhouse for a drink. I'm meeting at, Kelly's bar, the trophy bar. We're going to be meeting there, and all of us are meeting, and we're just kind of having a meeting to see what day of the month are we going to do it? How do we want to schedule this and stuff? We're putting everything together to make it come to fruition. But yes, there was in Christmas time, what my mom's friends would do is everybody brings an ornament.
That's
and do
fun.
an ornament exchange.
Yeah, that's fun.
So you would get, just depending on numbers that you drew, you would come and do that. Come grab an ornament, or like even white elephant. Sometimes they would do it. We just make it a whole bunch of fun. And I just remember having those memories and my mom's memories with all those friends. And those times that I went were very special. Like, especially now, I think they were very special. They were fun times that we had together. So we're putting that together, and it's a bunch of your girls. So it's like our swear queen, Melissa Jackson and Jill, and me, Michelle Campbell, Shelly, Kelly, Lynette. There's just a whole bunch of people. Chris Remick.
Yeah.
Like, it's just going to be a fun group.
I'll be a sub, boo.
I totally will put your name down for a sub list, because that's the one thing. There's people that sometimes you can't make it. So you got to call a sub and have enough people, because you need 4 people at each table. You do have to have the right number of people to be able to play the game.
So who's hosting?
Well, that's what we're all trying to figure out, is schedule time. Like, what day of the week are we going to do? Like, what day, when my mom did it, they rotated houses once a month, and it was always the 3rd Wednesday of the month. And
I'll host it for your week.
Oh no, that's what I was going to say. I'm going to have to borrow a house.
Yeah, you can borrow my house.
Come to my tiny condo.
Yeah, we got a lot of space.
Yeah, so it'll be perfect. It'll be so much fun. And like, there was times where there was people that would have it catered. There's people that would everybody bring a potluck style sometimes, and then it was or you just created your own food and just did whatever. But it was super fun. It reminds me a lot of golf, that you get these people together and you bond and you have fun, and try and make the effort of doing it once a month. Shouldn't be too hard.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It'll be fun. I'm excited.
I can't wait to.
I'm officially turning into that old lady.
Oh my gosh.
I play cards every night.
Oh my gosh. It's crazy. Well, I really loved doing this episode. Honestly, it's been on,
as I'm sitting here petting
Tatum. I've had this episode on my list for a really long time, and I would really love for our listeners to tell us your story, message us. You can send us a direct message, or you can email golfpartylive@gmail.com. Tell us who got you into golf.
Send
the man,
pictures.
the moment, the pictures. That'd be really great. And we will post it on our
That'd be a fun reel to make.
Golf Party Live podcast page. That would be incredible. And so next week we are back with a brand new episode for you that you don't want to miss. Please refer our show to your friends and to people on social media. Like, that is a very, very big way to increase our show, so we can have more friends and we can help more ladies with questions that they have, because our show, as you know, this is a heartfelt, fun episode. There are episodes, we're doing one on aiming, where we've done episodes on grips, just a lot of technical things that people pay money for to get certain golf lessons. So we do offer both, and I love to just kind of alternate that. That's kind of my strategy. But really appreciate you tuning in and to refer us. Really appreciate it. We hope that you guys continue playing out there, even if you're in a cold area. Go to a simulator.
Oh yeah.
Find a way. Somewhere. Yeah, come out and see us.
Travel somewhere with a guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Or your dad.
Boo, I love it. Pretty Boo's the best. So you guys just have fun no matter what. Make do. Have a great time playing golf, thinking of golf. And if you are, we hope that you
ladies, it's official. The Golf Party Live 2026 schedule is here, and it is our biggest year yet.
Here's what's coming your way.
March 26th through the 28th, our signature ladies golf extravaganza right here in Mesa, Arizona at Augusta Ranch Golf Club. This year's theme, Luck of the Ladies. 3 days of fun, bold outfits, social golf, and all the magic our community brings. Then we are moving April 30th through May 4th. 5 dreamy days on Coronado Island for our nautical themed golf retreat. Think beach vibes, yoga, bikes, and unforgettable sunsets.
Following that, we have June 11th through the 15th. We're heading to Nashville. Saddle up and swing, ladies. We'll be staying at a beautiful golf resort, hitting downtown Nashville for live music and amazing nightlife. And then conclusion in August would be the 20th through the 24th. We're wrapping up the summer in the Tahoe region, surrounded by stunning mountain views and cool, crisp air.
All of our retreats are 5 days long, packed with unforgettable golf, deep friendships, and memories that last a lifetime. These events always sell out, so grab your girlfriends and claim your spot now. You'll find all the details through our link in bio. 2026 is going to be legendary.
Come golf party with us.